I really wanted to talk about this topic, even though I'm usually not, delving into political territory. It's not my thing. I'm not going to go too political into this. Personally, I don't care. I'm not that type of streamer. But this is actually important. Not only because I truly like Zepla content, but because Blizzard is clearly being really malicious towards people from poorer countries. I think that this is really bad, especially when talking to my homies from Brazil. I know that a lot of people from Brazil actually watch my channel for some reason. I appreciate that, and I know they've been experiencing a lot of bad behavior from Blizzard, and I really wanted to talk about this. This video is just a really good segue for that. So, it's really important. I want you guys to listen.
Saw this put in React content suggestions. And it's definitely something that deserves a signal boost, deserves some attention. Apparently, the WoW token has been disabled for Ukrainian accounts in World of Warcraft. Without them announcing why or giving any reason or giving any...
The reason is you're poor, and Blizzard doesn't like poor people. Now, this is a topic that I've actually talked about pretty extensively on the channel, and it's wildin', because Blizzard pretend to support the most marginalized groups, but whenever a true marginalized group needs your help, you immediately dip. Why? Because they cannot pay you enough money. Now, the reason they actually removed WoW token from them is very simple. It's because people buy WoW token with cheap currencies and they resell it to essentially just flood the market. Okay, it's very, very simple. So, Blizzard, instead of cutting these people who are already experiencing harsh realities, just cutting them some slack, they actually double the price of World of Warcraft and they remove WoW token. It's insane. Prices went up in Brazil, even though their servers are in California. That is insane. Okay? In California or somewhere on each of the coasts. Okay? I forgot exactly where. I think it's on California. You may correct me on that. But it's crazy. It's not even in Brazil. Bro, like, it's absolutely mind-boggling.
Any status, any communication at all about why this has happened.
Yeah, and by the way, my opinion on WoW token is either everyone has it or you don't have it at all. Personally, I'd rather nobody would have it. I think it will solve many problems. But if you're going to have it, don't take it away from certain countries. It's the dumbest thing in the world.
One of the Ukrainian communities made a post on Reddit saying, hey, what's the situation with this? We've been using the WoW tokens to support our community events and to do giveaways and stuff, and now you just removed tokens from the store without announcing it and without giving us any clarification. Can you just tell us what it is? Like, is this permanent? Is this temporary? Do you have any plans to return the WoW tokens to the store for Ukrainian players? What should we do? So, I wanted to signal boost this.
What you should do is not be poor. There you go. Just solve your problem. I mean, Blizzard clearly thinks that way. And it's the dumbest thing in the world, but that's actually how Blizzard thinks. Blizzard always follows the money. They never do anything out of their best of their heart. They would never do anything bona fide. All they do is follow the money. It's that simple. And once you start to understand this, every single thing that Blizzard is doing or were doing in the past starts to get clearer. Because now you understand, oh, it was never about, like, optics. It was never about, like, this and that. No, it was simply for money. Simply for monetary gains. That's it. That is all.
This because they're not asking for you to revert your choice. They're asking for the bare minimum from you, Blizzard, which is clarity and communication on the topic. Okay, if you're gonna make a change like this, you probably want to communicate to your players why. All right, please do that.
Of course. Asking Blizzard to communicate always works, trust me.
It's the
I know.
least you could do. Ukrainian players are going through enough already. They actually wrote, given the current situation in Ukraine, power cuts are preventing our participation in standard in-game gold farming activities due to limited internet access. You know?
Yeah, and mind you, I know that this is really sad and it's kind of wrong as well, but many of these players like farm WoW tokens to actually like sustain themselves. It's an actual thing I know right now, especially during what they're experiencing. And the fact that Blizzard actually took it away in such a time is actually even more horrendous. Now, usually I am against this. I am against farming certain type of things for, you know, real life monetary gain against RMT and all of that stuff. But in this specific situation, I do kind of understand that. And it's crazy that even Blizzard, who are usually not against this, they're clearly pro RMT because they joined in on the fun. They're actually taking it away. At this moment, you actually take it away.
So, I don't know. It would be nice if you could take a second to say, hey, we had to make this decision and here's why. I mean, I might have a Ukrainian account. No, I think I managed to change my region. But I have started my EU account as a Ukrainian account, I'm pretty sure. Can I buy a ticket? I mean, a token? Can I even buy a token?
Nah, listen, it's not about pay to win. It's not about pay to win. It's about they sell the stuff to actually, like, sustain themselves. I heard about people from other countries doing so as well. Because the currency you get from WoW token is actually stronger. Is actually stronger than what you get in your own country. So they actually do it to sustain themselves. And not that I'm, like, obviously, you know, for it. I'm not really against it because I do understand the current situation. It's just insane to me that Blizzard, who usually is not against RMT, are suddenly against it. You know, against it, right? It's just the hypocrisy that gets me most of all.
Well,
but I'm very much a huge advocate of removing WoW token from every country. Literally everywhere, across the globe.
USD, because I think I did submit.
Generally
after
speaking,
I moved and
I'm
got
against
a
that.
new address in America, they were able to change the region for me. But yeah. If they get this back and there's some way to donate tokens to Ukrainian players, please let us know. Well, I will keep an eye on this situation and try to signal boost it the best I can, and just so we can get the absolute bare minimum we would expect from Blizzard, which is communication to people who are dedicated to your game, who are going through a lot right now. Someone suggested that it could be...
Since when players dedicated to World of Warcraft, like, actually mattered to Blizzard? That was never the case. I was dedicated to World of Warcraft. My friend who played WoW, from original vanilla World of Warcraft until BFA, like, did they care about him? Hell no. Blizzard doesn't care about you. They care about your money. And as long as they keep getting money, no matter where it's from, they're gonna keep doing what they're doing best, which is grift.
Because all the countries that don't have the token is because countries with strong currencies that come to our country to buy the token cheaper. And because of that, Blizzard doesn't allow countries with weak currencies to have the WoW token. Same goes for gold. People with strong currencies use our bots, which are actually cheaper due to our weak currency, and buy gold from them, causing our bots to inflate as well. That was a comment that someone made.
Yeah,
which
so
did make some sense to me. But it really doesn't matter why they made the decision.
Yeah, exactly. They essentially removed one problem and created a much bigger one. So at the end of the day, it did nothing. It literally did nothing. All they care about is money, and that's pretty much it. They truly do not care about you whatsoever.
What matters is, you know, having an open line of communication with your players is a way of showing respect to your players.
But they don't respect you.
That's all.
That's the thing. They spat in my face a million times.
Don't make them
and when I wanted to spit back, they disabled /spit. So I'm screwed.
wonder suddenly why this has happened.
Okay, well, that kind of ended abruptly,
Make
but
them.
yeah, absolutely. So that's why I wanted to show you guys this video, just to show you the hypocrisy of Blizzard. It's absolutely crazy. Blizzard doesn't care about RMT in their games, and they clearly shown that, unless you come from a poorer country. Honestly, my heart truly goes to you, to everyone who has been relying on the WoW token, maybe to get some more extra money for your daily lives, or maybe just to, have fun in World of Warcraft and kind of forget about all the daily troubles that you're currently going through. I really hope that you can, I don't know, somehow enjoy the game. I'm so mad and sad at the same time. I really don't have anything to say. It's just so annoying that Blizzard are so inconsiderate. It's okay if you're inconsiderate of me. I'm doing fine. Like, I myself am poor, but at least I have the opportunities to make myself wealthy, and that's why I try to do stream, right? Hopefully one day I can make a living off of this. Right now I'm kind of working 2 jobs, but it is what it is. It's grinding until you make it, right? I'm not complaining because at least I have the opportunity and the safety and the comfort to do so. But I know that some of y'all don't have that.